Hey, welcome to oziTarget map. In this video we're going to talk about the new calculator rate of approach tool. It is a pretty complicated tool because this task can be set in a lot of different ways, but we're going to get into it and see how we can play with it. So first thing is, in the setup section here we've got a couple of presets. We've got three presets. We've got the multiple targets option, we've got an MMA with quadrants, and we've got concentric rings. So the first thing you need to do is, from your task sheet, is determine which style of calculated rate of approach that you're flying. So we'll go through each one of those, but I'll just quickly show you. The quadrant version is that style of drawing that you're probably used to seeing, and then the concentric rings is the one where you've got rings around a target that are open at different times. So for the moment we're going to start with the multiple targets. First thing you're going to want to do to set this up is edit your areas and goals. So once you've set your preset, edit areas and goals, that will open up this tool. So here you can select your waypoint. So I've already actually been playing with this, but you would simply select the tool for A, select the tool for B, select the tool for C, and then you've got your waypoint set up. You can then, from your task sheet, set your timing. So again, these timings are already set up, but I'll show you how you do this. Select the timing window, and we're on goal A. So we've got a couple of choices. We can set the offset 5, 0, 5 or 10. That's basically the offset from the hour. Typically these tasks start on the hour, and will be in timing blocks, but if they are skewed for some reason, we've got the option to skew that. I'm assuming that most directors are going to keep things simple. They're not going to skew it by 2 minutes or 3 minutes or something like that. It's going to be 5 minutes to 15 minutes, 5 minutes to 20 minutes, something like that. Anyhow, and then our scoring period blocks. So in the task that we're setting up at the moment, they're in 10-minute blocks. So each target was open for 10 minutes at a time. So we'll set 10 minutes. And then we can, if this was a target, we could say anytime, but we're not doing that. And basically we can now pick our 10-minute blocks. So within the hour, we've got 0 to 10 minutes, and then we've got 30 to 39 or 30 to 40 minutes. If I go to goal B, it was then 10 minutes to 20 minutes, and then 40 to 50 minutes. And I go to goal C, and it was 20 minutes to 50 minutes, 20 minutes to 30 minutes, and then 50 minutes to the hour. So that's how you can set those really quickly. You can, for example, change it into half-hour blocks, and it's going to give you 2 options. You can change into 15-minute blocks, it's only going to give you 4 options. You can change into 5-minute blocks, and it's going to give you thousands of options. So basically, depending on what the task is set up for, you can quickly set the number of minutes in the scoring blocks, and then you just need to select the collection of windows. This offset, like I was saying, if it was 5 minutes, it then starts at 5 and runs to 1/4 past. If it was 10 minutes, it starts at 10, runs till 20 past. So in this case, it was started on the 0, and the C block was 20 and 50. Okay, so we've got half an hour between them. Got 20 minutes between each one of these, and 20 minutes between those. So then we hit apply. So we've got all our timings set. So once we set apply, that will apply it to here. So now we've got our timing cards set up here for each one of these targets. The next tool we've got in here is the planning tools. So if I open the planning tools and I say I want to start, now on this particular flight we started at the CLA, and automatically it calculates based on your average speed. So what you would do is you would open up your flight winds. If you've got a wind sonde reading in there, you would have a look at those, and you'd work out for yourself roughly what direction and speed you think you're going to be working with. So basically, if you took a punt here and you said, well, let's clear all of those, we pick that one, we draw that, and we say, okay, well, we can probably work with something around that 600 foot mark, 32 k's an hour. So we dial our speed up to 32 k's an hour. It's telling us now, draw that there. What it's telling us is that to get to 17A, and these were set out of order intentionally by the director, it's 5.7 kilometers. It's going to take 10 minutes 45 seconds to get there. Suggested launch time for the first scoring period is at 54 minutes, and that will get us there by 5 minutes past in the middle of the scoring period. So if I want to arrive at the start of the scoring period at the 00, it's telling me I need to launch at 49. If I want to arrive quarter of the way through the scoring period, I've got to launch at 51, middle 54, 3/4 of the way through 56, or if I want happy to arrive at the end of it, launching then, and that's when I'm arriving. So just does all those calculations for you nice and quickly. Have a play with it to get your head around what's going on. Obviously the skill part here is that you still need to choose your direction and your average speed. On this particular morning, I know I certainly planned it more likely around 24, 25 k's an hour or something. I can't remember exactly, but that was just based on observations and the fact that between wind readings it was slowing down as the morning went on. We had more and more information to say that it was slowing down, so I picked a slower speed, and that worked perfectly. So basically you can play with your speeds, figure out what your timing is in terms of how long it's going to take you to get to each one. Final trick we've got in here is that we can use the route planning tool. That will automatically draw those for you. Now, to make this a bit clearer as to what's going on, if I change that to an ILP down here, and again does all the calculations, and I throw the route planner on, you can see that with the route planner it's going to show you from your launch point what each one of these is visually. So that's what the route planner is all about. You can clear the route planner, you can reapply the route planner, you can use the route planner to go from goal to goal to set up the next legs for the flight, like so. So that's what the route planner is all about, setting up legs and distances and things. But yeah, so that is your planning. So once we've got our planning done, close our planning, we can now have a look at actually flying this. So if I get my simulator up and running, just going to put this in here, we'll say that we're taking off down here. Start the simulator, taking the wind readings from our flight winds, which are from the actual day. So let's start climbing up. We can do it that way, or we can just punch the altitude in, speed things up. Okay, now we didn't launch down here, but I'm doing it just so that you can see what's going on. So at the moment, you can see that 17C, we're not going to arrive in time. If I want my navigation to automatically switch to 17C, I just click on it there. And basically what it's telling us is that it's open for another minute and 26 seconds. The next one is closed for a minute and 22, which is A. And that is each one of those. So if I go to this one, go to this one, for some reason we're not getting our ETAs calculated. Oh, because we had to hit play, sorry, hit play. So once we're playing, it starts doing all the live calculations. That's my bad. So it's now telling you that A is going to be closed on arrival, so they're all going to be closed on arrival. Because of when I started this flight, I haven't actually taken any of the advice of the planning and hit the go button at the right time. But this, for example, is telling us that they're all going to be closed on arrival, which is no fun. When I do this for real in the video, I'll have to pick my timing so that I can actually launch at the right moment and make this all work for you. But basically, if I want to change goals, select goal. We're now navigating to that in here. Select the goal. We're now navigating to 17A. In here, we've now got our ETA option in here. And that's how that will work. So that's the multiple targets. You'll need to play with this to get familiar with what you're looking at and how to set it up and play with it. It's not going to be something that you can pick up in a heartbeat. So that's the calculated rate of approach for multiple targets. Let's now have a look at a variation on this. So we'll go to setup. We'll go to the MMA quadrants. Okay, so you're probably used to seeing this setup with the quadrants. Let's open the edit tool for the quadrants here. So again, this is one of those ones where you look at the drawing on the task sheet. Quite often they'll be offset like that, or they will be upright, so you can change the angle of the quadrants depending on which order they've got them in the on the task sheet. You can select this tool here. It'll clear them out, and now you can remap them. So they might say A, B, C, D, or they may be A, B, C, D, or A, B, C, D. So you can redraw them in whichever order you want. It will also tell you where they are, northwest, southwest, or whatever. And again, you can set your timing. So a similar thing, open up the timing windows. You've got the same offsets. You've got the same block sizes. In this option, they're 15-minute blocks. So A is open 0 to 15, B is open 15 to 30, C and D, etc. And you can change those however the task sheet says. So once you've got all your timings set up, target is open anytime. To set the target open anytime, simply select the anytime option here, and that will give you the reminder that the target is available anytime. So once we go apply, we can minimize our setup here. So how this works, a little bit different. It is based on the time telling you which quadrant is open. So at the moment we're navigating to 17A, and this will show you the direction of approach. So again, I'll just climb up a little bit, see if we can get on track to the actual goal. So that would work. That would get us to the left of it, and then we can drop in and turn right. So it's saying that C is open for another 12 minutes, and we are estimated to arrive there in ETA. We will arrive at 43 minutes. Yeah, so the idea of this is obviously it will tell you which quadrant you're flying up to. So again, once your time passes, this one will close, this one will open. It gives you a 1 minute warning. It'll change to orange, and it's also reminding you that the target is open anytime. I put that there for me because I always forget that the target is also open at any time. In the excitement of it, I get so focused on trying to figure out which corner I'm supposed to be throwing into, I forget that I just place it on the target and I've got a result no matter what the time is. I've done that 3 times in my life and it's so annoying. Yeah, so that is that option. Now the other one, go to setup again, is the concentric rings. I've never flown one of these, but same deal again. In researching different task sheets, you can have multiple concentric rings. Quite often it's just the one ring, the MMA is valid for a certain period of time. So same thing, 30-meter MMA, timing, 15-minute blocks. It's open for 15 minutes, it's closed for 15, closed for 15 minutes, open for 15, closed for 15. And the rest of the time the target is valid for scoring. So basically if you're not within those 15-minute blocks, it'll do it. When you click apply, the drawing will update. So again, area A is open at the moment. Let's just show you what it looks like if we swap those timings around. Let's go to that. Now the target is grey and it's saying area A is closed, but target is open. So if you arrive there and this is what you're seeing, you know you have to put it on the target, or you have to wait for another 9 minutes for this scoring area to become available. In which case, unless it's super slow, you probably missed it. So they're the 3 different types of calculated rate of approach tasks and different options. Oh, 17B is going to be open on arrival. Let's just navigate to that. Okay. So there you go. So it's closed for another 4 minutes. Distance to go 4 kilometers. ETA 12 minutes. ETA 0049. And this is open till 49 and 59. So 48 minutes. We're going to arrive there about 2 minutes before it closes. There you go. That was a highly confusing video, no doubt. We'll do a nice one later on, but that's the quick introduction. Thanks for watching.